Well, greetings. So here we are at the Ogden Bridge, just on the, it's actually, seriously, at a rest stop about 5 miles north of my house. It's a bridge where it's a railroad bridge where back in the early 1900s, the commerce was not able to travel from one side of this canyon to the other. It's a 300-foot drop. I love the picture that's right below the video that says, "Warning, dogs have died here." Because dogs used to come to the edge and chase all of the birds and pigeons that were around and fly right off the edge. I left my dog at home for this video. Back in the early 1910s, with commerce needing to travel between one side of Oregon to the other in Central Oregon, a group of people stood on the edge of one of the cliffs and they wondered. They thought, is something like this possible to bridge this chasm? Is it possible to travel from one side to the other, to connect east and western Central Oregon? Is there a way through this? And if there is, what would it look like? What would it take to accomplish it? And do we believe, seriously, do we believe we were able to accomplish this? Do we believe we can do this? You know, the answer for the bridge builders was yes, we can do it. The answer to the question to the blind man was, yeah, Jesus, we believe that you can do this. We believe. You know, it's important conviction to believe that believing is seeing. Believing is seeing. Oftentimes we think seeing is believing, but with our faith, believing is seeing. Again, it's one of the first concepts that we talked about in this series about the purpose of life, whether or not you believe that you can know it and discover it and live into it. I quoted Roger Bannister about the 4-minute mile, who said, you know, that barrier was not a physical barrier, it was a mental barrier. And then he broke it with his physical feat of a sub 4-minute mile. Tens, then thousands of people broke that mile barrier, 4-mile barrier, after that because they believed it was possible. They believed and then they saw. It's the same way with our faith, with our conviction that believing is seeing. When you believe in Jesus and are convinced that He is active in your life, you begin to see ways in which He is active and involved. The more you look for the presence of God, the more you will see it. Believing is seeing. Think about that concept today. It's kind of easy to see God working in your life in retrospect, but seeing in advance is what faith is. Looking for the presence of God and then seeing it here and there. It's like standing at the edge of a canyon and believing that building a bridge is possible. It's starting the day with the concept and the conviction that at some point or points during the day, you'll see God present and active in your life. It's a perspective, and I am fairly convinced that if you don't have that perspective of seeing God active, it's difficult to see God active. God is not a sledgehammer God who says, look at me and what I've done. But if you seek, you will find and see God, and you will experience God more regularly in your life. Think about that. Look for it. I'm going to show the camera over the cliff. Then I'll turn it off and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Okay, we go to the edge. That is the bridge. That is the canyon, 300 feet. The people who built the bridge would climb down every day and then climb up the other side. Seeing that, you recognize that believing is seeing. I'll see you tomorrow.